Rule number one, avoid arguments. See, if you see every person has their experience, their studies, their knowledge, their learnings. At this foundation of their knowledge, learning and experience, if he is communicating something to us and if you are arguing with him, then this will make him feel bad. And this will shake his entire foundation of his knowledge, foundation of his experience and learning. He will say that, oh, I have done this much of things and I have achieved these things and still you argue with me. And we see that the person is communicating which that is not true. If you see these things and still you feel an urge to argue with him, at this time don't argue with him. If you are arguing with him, you will ruin the conversation. You both will argue with each other, negative vibrations will be created and you both will feel bad. What we can do, we can try to understand what the person is saying. So while communicating, we can ask two questions to us. First, is it really necessary to correct him right away? Or is it urgent to correct him right now? If you are asking these questions to yourself, you will feel that 90% of the time we are arguing on wrong things, which are unnecessary things. And what we can do now, we can stop arguing. We just have to think about it. Is it important? Do I really have to correct him right now? If it is not, then go away. Let him save his face. So in this way, you will not argue with people and you will establish a good relationship with him. He will say that, yeah, this person listens to me. Rule number two, never say the person you're wrong. We have a strong pull towards negativity. And we constantly try to seek dangers and the things which can be harmful in our environment. Why we do this? Because of our survival instinct. See, we have to understand here, where are these emotions coming from? Coming from our survival instinct. But now in the modern world, we are still having these issues and these emotions in the form of insecurity, in the form of discomfort. Which is why people seek approvals, they seek appreciation, they seek support. And if you are saying upfrontly to the person that you are wrong, it is a direct blow to his self-esteem. Because he's seeking your approval, your appreciation. This time you are directly communicating to him that you are wrong. It's threatened his security and he feels attacked. So what we can do? See, this is where diplomacy comes in. And this is where the great author Dale Carnegie comes in. He said that you have to handle the things delicately. Instead directly saying to the person that you are wrong, let him realize that he is wrong in his own way. We are only able to change our beliefs when we feel good about ourselves and when we are neutral. But when we are feeling attacked, when you are feeling resented, angry, that time we don't change our beliefs. That time we become more firm and we say that no, this is what I think and this is what I'm saying is right. Which is why never say to the person you are wrong. Rule number 3, if you are wrong, admit it. See, this is where generosity comes in, right? If you are wrong, admit it. Remember when you made a mistake, that time two flows of understanding join forces. One, you yourself feel guilty about it and you feel bad about yourself. And the second flow is about the person who is monitoring our behavior. He feels angry at us. So in order to break this chain, these two flows, we have to admit our mistake empathetically, with no alibis. We have to say the things to us which the other person is going to say to us. What will happen? In one way, this will reduce his anger. In the other way, you will feel less guilty and you will feel satisfied because you had the courage to admit your mistakes. And when you are admitting your mistake with the promise of never repeating it again, that very time, you solve the very issue. Which is why rule number 3 works when you make mistakes. Rule number 4, let the other person agree with you immediately. See, we all have different opinions and we can understand that. Every individual is different, thinking is different, opinions are different. See, when we are negotiating with person, we have to find common things which are agreed upon. And we have to start the conversation with the things we are agreed upon and we have to end the conversation with the things we are agreed upon. Psychologically, this puts a person into affirmative state. First you are letting him say yes and at the end of conversation, you are letting him say yes. In between, if you are also dealing with differences or the points which are not agreed upon, then that will get handled. Then he will understand that. And negotiations will happen flawlessly. Which is why rule number 4 really works when you are having negotiations. Rule number 5, let the other person do more talking. It's a quite difficult rule to follow, but we have pretty good reasons to follow this, because if you are letting other person talk, you are giving him a psychological edge. And if you yourself is keep on talking in order to win your argument or win over the person, then already you have to see that there are ideas in his mind which are crying for expression. Having these ideas in mind which are crying for expression, one-way communication is going on, then the other person is not having mental space to listen you. And if he is not listening to you, how he can be agreed? But when you listen to the person, when you let him talk more than you, that very time he get relaxed. And the reciprocation goes, when you listen to him, he listens to you, and when both parties listen, we find a way. Rule number 6, try to see things from the other person's point of view. See, if your boss is angry at you, you have to see through his anger. And when you will see through his anger, you will see that he is not angry at you. He was already angry and you crossed his path, you met him and you met his anger also. But when you have this habit of seeing through the emotions, you will realize that the burden which your boss is having, which is coming from accepting bigger responsibilities, responsibility of a team or a company, having that burden, when you will see his challenges, that time you may justify his anger. You may think that, yeah, it's really difficult to manage that kind of responsibility, and you will deal with him appropriately without getting yourself angry. And in turn, he'll respect your quality of remaining calm at the stressful situation. See, that is the other thing. But the one main thing is that you will deal with him appropriately. And this can only happen when you're understanding the things from his point of view, understanding where it's coming from. And when you understand this, you deal with people. Rule number 7, take a genuine interest in people. This is the golden rule, I would say. Whatever you are doing, if you are a writer, you have to take genuine interest in people because you are writing for them. If you are an entrepreneur, you have to take a genuine interest in people because you are serving them. Whatever you are doing, you have to take genuine interest in your parents, interest in your friends. So with this, you will show that you care about them. You have empathy, you have compassion, and on a larger scale, you have humanity, because opposite of this is selfishness, where you are not thinking about anything else. It is only about me, it is only about my goals, my life. If you have this selfishness, it can sap charisma out of you. The most charismatic quality ever is selflessness. That doesn't mean that you don't have to do your things, but whenever you are interacting with people, show genuine interest in them. If he is saying something exciting thing, listen to him by moving ahead, by leaning in. Ask him questions about the things which he is speaking. If he is speaking with excitement, you listen earnestly. If he is speaking with happiness, you listen with happiness. When you show a genuine interest in person, when you celebrate their success, when you empathize with their problems, that time you become charismatic and the person will like you. This charisma took me to the anecdote which I have about Rajnikant. Rajnikant is the biggest Indian star and he's have extreme popularity. I don't think that any other actor has. When I try to study him, I've understood that this person Rajnikant takes genuine interest in people. When he was the bus conductor, that time he had a friend, and that friend runs a hotel, and he still runs a hotel, in very small hotel he runs, and Rajnikant is the biggest star. When he is in that place, he doesn't stay with his crew in 7-star, 5-star hotel. He stays in that small hotel. When one person asks him, why do you do this? Why can't you stay with your crew in the 7-star hotel? Rajnikant said that if I am staying with them in the 7-star, my old friend will not like it. He may feel bad. So at the level of grand popularity, if Rajnikant takes genuine interest in people, if he understands them, if he invests his time, energy in making people feel good, no wonder that he is the biggest star of Indian cinema. Which is why I can say this rule number 7 is the golden rule, show genuine interest in people. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel for becoming a leader in your life. Thank you very much.